All right, so that's North Hollywood. And then check out this scene where 3 people were arrested yesterday. Demonstrations outside the Glendale School District building. That's also in LA County. And what was going on there? Well, a district meeting was being held on LGBTQ studies. And the superintendent there recommended the Board of Education adopt a resolution to designate June as a LGBTQ plus Pride Month. A very big Armenian population there. Some people weren't even parents, but they did get into the fray there. And again, a lot of arrests and emotions erupting in Glendale, California. John?
All right, let's check in now with Dave Rubin, host of the Rubin Report, to get his take on this. Dave, great to see you.
John, I'm freaking out. Are you telling me that a 4-inch transgender flag was burned? Did I just hear that correctly? I actually know that I did because I know the story.
Yes.
It turns out it was a little flag that was in a potted plant,
right,
which was also knocked over. And it's like, well, what happened to the succulent? Is anyone out there protesting for the lives of succulents?
No, succulent lives matter, Dave. That's true.
Gay people love succulents.
Yeah, succulent lives matter, but it is getting chippy out there. I said yesterday that you can mark this day down in your calendar, June 6, 2023, as a day which most people in America realize this stuff has gone way too far. And, you know, we point this out. This is Los Angeles, right? Liberal Los Angeles. This is not deep red Florida or anywhere else where these parents have had enough.
Yeah, look, as that woman said in your intro there, you know, there's an age-appropriate conversation that we can have, or we can at least have the conversation should any of this stuff be discussed or taught in schools. But ultimately, as a parent, it's your job to decide what your child is going to learn. The fact that they are trying to inject this into elementary schools, let's just remove the junior high and the high school portion of it, that they would be talking about sexuality, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th graders, is so crazy. These kids don't know about it. It doesn't really compute in their brains, which are still developing. They're intentionally confusing these kids. This has nothing to do with being against gay people. And as that woman said, there are gay parents at that school. Okay, nobody was protesting them 2 months ago. It's when you intentionally try to bring sexuality and the rest of this woke nonsense. There's obviously a racial element to it too, usually. When you bring all of this, then eventually parents push back. I assure you, all of those parents there that were standing there with signs for religious liberty and leave our kids alone, most of them happen to be Armenian. It's a big Armenian community in Glendale. I used to do a show out of there, a lot of great people. None of them were looking to protest. None of them were looking to fight anybody. They want their kids left alone, or say to be taught the same way any of us would have been taught, say, in the rest of American history. How about that?
Yeah, good point. And we heard a parent on National Report earlier, and he just says, leave our kids alone. Keep this ideology out of our schools. And his point was that they're like a 5 out of 10 when it comes to reading and math in their school. And he says that's the priority. Got to make sure kids can read and do math first before you start injecting all this stuff.
No, John, no. Reading and math are no longer what they're doing at schools. It's about, can you paint a pride flag? If you can do that, you can do anything. That's right.
That's right. Well, I wanted to ask you a combo question, Dave, about illegal immigration here. Coincidentally, these stories are not going to be on CNN, as you would probably rightly point out here. Florida is striking back at Governor Gavin Newsom in California, who suggested kidnapping charges for Ron DeSantis for relocating these illegal immigrants. And I don't know if you've seen these videos, but this looks like the best, well, not this, but you see the pictures of them on the plane and on that luxury bus. Maybe the best kidnapping case ever. They look like they're having a great time.
They're all in their 20s and 30s if you look at them. They're all healthy. Nobody is wearing, you know, bags and looks like they're fleeing anyone. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
They're having a better time than I had yesterday. This is complete insanity. These are not asylum seekers. I don't know what they are or what brought them to our border. But look, if Governor Newsom, Gavin Newsom, is upset with anyone, he should be upset with Joe Biden for letting these people in. Now, ironically, he shouldn't be upset because he wants California to be a sanctuary state, and Los Angeles and San Francisco, et cetera, to be sanctuary cities, just like New York. So he should be very excited that they're getting more people to enrich them culturally and enhance the diversity. Instead, he's angry at DeSantis. I think he thinks that DeSantis is president.
Probably.
Hopefully he will be. We shall see. But it's just pandering, ridiculous drivel by Newsom. Newsom, if you're so excited about having sanctuary states and sanctuary cities, congratulations, you got 36 more people.
Yeah,
it's all good.
And he's definitely going to run for president. This is all just pretense for his presidential run. He can't jump in yet. You also pointed that Robert Kennedy Jr. was down the border last night. That's another story that's not going to be covered on CNN. As you pointed out, Dave, maybe you should be the CEO of CNN, the new CEO there.
I got a real job, man. I don't have time for that. But look, there's Robert Kennedy. This is this morning. It's 2 a.m. Today. He's there. He's talking about how these migrants that are pouring in, and there's hundreds of them pouring in behind him, they're not just from Mexico, not that that would make it any bit better. He's talking about how they're from Afghanistan, they're from all sorts of countries all over the place. And look at the people behind him. Do they look like they're fleeing anything? And even if they were fleeing something, we still have a right to defend a border.
Right.
The beauty of RFK doing this is he's still a Democrat. I'm not sure why. I'm going to have him on the show soon and we'll discuss it. But the fact that now he will be considered a racist outlier of his own party because he's saying we should have a border. I don't know if you happened to hear his Twitter Spaces with Elon a day or two ago, but he
talked about
basically
it.
said we should shut down the border.
Right, and that video right there and that Twitter Spaces is why they don't want him on the debate stage and they won't cover him on a lot of the mainstream media. Dave, great to see you. We got to run to a commercial break. We appreciate it.
John, I have a real job. Don't forget it.
I'll never forget it, Dave. Great to see you.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of mindless drivel, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist, all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.